Chapter 9 Sound. Last week in class we finished Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey. However, this time our main focus was sound. There is more to the soundscape in this movie rather than the sound score. 2001 A Space Odyssey is one of the first movies to use sound design in a way that it is used today. Sound design is recognized through the use of sound, or lack thereof, in combinations with visuals on screen. During the 150-minute movie, only 40 minutes of it contained actual dialogue, with the first line of the movie not happening until 30 minutes in. The minimal dialogue that is used is only between 3 persons, but the dialogue used is made to count a great deal, though the lack of dialogue is almost more memorable. One of the reasons for the lack of sound, both with dialogue and with music, is because of the idea that space is silent, and Kubrick wanted to give a realistic depiction of space. So instead of having dialogue and music, they insert something like white sound throughout the majority of the film. According to our textbook, diegetic sound is sound that originates from a source within the film's world, whereas non-diegetic sound comes from a source outside of that world. In Kubrick's film, the white noise in Sound of Space is a prime example of diegetic sound that originates in the film's world to reflect the sound of the spacecraft and the sound of space itself. However, nearly the movie's entire soundtrack is non-diegetic, that's purely used for the audience's amusement. Similar to 2001 A Space Odyssey, Star Trek is a common and well-known film that encompasses similar examples of diegetic and non-diegetic sound. Within the film, the diegetic sound is the sound of the spacecraft and the excess of noise, that is space, and non-diegetic, again, being any outside music that you could say is the soundtrack. 2001 A Space Odyssey is a fantastic film that encompasses great and original editing and sound of the time period and was an influence to movies today.